Alright, so we got the Restoration Park sign, little overlook patio thing. This used to be a garbage dump for illegal dumpers, I guess. I'm there next to the Holiday Inn. Yeah, they put a lot of effort into it. The Rotary Club put some effort into this. And I will say that this is a white oak. And you see that there's leaves on top. Those are not oak leaves. The white oak doesn't look that healthy to me. And the slippery elm also did not look that healthy. But it got some green foliage on top that's from the vine. The vine is producing that green foliage. White oak and slippery elm do not do so hot in the south. The deep south, elm and oak struggle in these parts. A lot of it can be from the vines and then also the weather as well. Alright, so a different type of oak thrives. This oak looks a little better. It actually has green leaves. This oak has got actual natural green leaves from this oak. There's no vines on this thing. It's got its own green leaves in January. So the oak has adapted. The white oak doesn't do so hot, but the water oak does good. Alright, I don't know who built this wooden structure. The Rotary Club? Man, I don't know if I can believe that. They put some effort. A star shape or snowflake shape patio built I don't know, it's a little structure around the tree. It looks older. Picnic table and benches to sit on. It's attached to a building next to the Holiday Inn. I don't know what kind of business this is, but it's probably private property parking. Yeah, another the same type of sign. No fishing allowed in the bayou. What kind of fishing do you do in the bayou? What does it say? Convention and Visitors Bureau. So I think this is a Visitors Bureau. Alright, so they're closed. Oh man. They got a Mardi Gras wreath. Take the Christmas wreath down and put on the Mardi Gras wreath. Does it say Monroe West outside the lines for a doormat? Oh, it's inside doormat because they probably get stolen, right? And then just looking through the window, very easy to look in. They got this round table that's hollow in the center. That's interesting. Half of a oval. You can see. Oh, you can't see. They closed the window. Oh, I can't even open it. What's stopping it? I think it's just. Oh, there we go. Yeah. A painting. Is it a cotton field? All right. I don't know how old these are. These type of shades are usually something from the past. Oh, another look in. Okay, that's neat. Okay, I just noticed that these hold the shades open. I think you put them in front so that these shades stay open. And I just also realized there's a couple cars here. People might see me. Right, they name trees down the trail here. About the only thing I can do to identify this hop-horn is just look at the bark, because the leaves are fallen. The pine trees dropped its brown needles on it, and the vines are what's green foliage on top. The vines may not be touching the hawthorn, but they certainly have climbed up the pine right next to it, and now I think have draped down onto this hawthorn. I don't think the hawthorn has any leaves. It's all vine leaves. Alright, I guess there's some beaver here. They prefer alder, aspen, maple, and willow. Right under the billboards, you got the salt bush, and it looks like a desert plant almost. Still maintains its green leaves, almost olive-like, and just a little taller, a couple feet taller than me. Just a bush, and it's called a bush. Alright, there's certainly a lot to walk around here. Got an observation deck, but also a nice wooden trail, wooden pathway through the bayou. It's a pretty big walk, actually. It's a pretty big walk to get here from where I'm parked. Right, I think this is a Beaver Trail. It's a worn path over there too. It's got several of those beaver trails coming underneath this walkway bridge. You can see its imprints in the mud, and it goes right under the bridge. I don't see anything on the, well, it's a little too mucky anyway, so I can't really create a trail if there's too much water over the trail. It's very noisy around here next to this highway. You can't rely on your sense of hearing for protection around here. And the sun just came out. Break up the cold a little bit. Right in this park in Monroe, it's the Frisbee Golf Park. They do have working electricity, not the one under the shelter, but the poles outside the shelter. There's no bathrooms. There is water. I turned the spigot on, but there's no bathrooms. That's a bit of a problem, but it's a fairly good location. It seems kind of busy. Alright, I'm going to take advantage of this electricity. It's kind of far away though, so I tied a little half knot on my 40-foot cord, and I want to stretch it out quickly and as easily as possible. Yeah, I think I'll reach, because I also got the 8-foot black cord, so I reach here. Alright, first of all, I just want to point out that this clam made that trail. You can see a distinct trail, and then it turned around when it realized it was at the edge of the water. I hit it a little bit to move to the left. It actually had its foot out. Look at how fat this thing is though. It come to the edge of the water. It walked to the edge of the water. And it's a fat clam. You could boil this, but I'll let it live, I guess. It just walks to the edge of the water and says, "Here, eat me." Alright, comparing the ages of clamshells, it looks like when they get older they lose their luster and also put a white chalky substance on my fingers. This isn't quite as old, and it's got a luster to it. a nice shiny multicolor luster. When it gets old enough though, it loses that luster and it turns more into a powder. Oh, tail end. Tail end. Okay. What are they doing? Is there a hospital over there? Coming down nearby the Walmart. You know, I was thinking if they make police scanners illegal while driving, what about Google Maps? Maybe you should make that illegal too, because that's where I found out that there's speed traps between Monroe and Ruston driving. And I mean, I didn't listening to the police scanner. I don't know what happened. I don't. But I was first alerted to speed traps with Google Maps. So that, I mean, if you want to make something illegal, that's something to focus on. All right, I'm in Ruston and I'm parked in somewhere. It looks like I could spend the night here too. Used to be a building there, right next to the library. I do have access to the library, but I'll stay in my spot. I don't need to shuffle around. They even said no truck parking, which would hint that people are spending the night. You can see a gun. All right, I heard the thunder inside the library. It's a nice warning to let me know to roll up my windows. It's not too often I get that good warning. Thunder before the rain hits. I'm in Ruston. I just want to say that I did the upgrade yesterday. I was using 2018 software. The original come with the factory sets, and I liked it. It was all police and fire. And then I upgraded it with I think he's got another year too. The website. And now I'm getting a lot more, but more than I care for in a way, because I'm getting Entergy. I'm not too enthused about the Entergy. I'm tempted to just stay with the Louisiana Wireless Information Network, but there's other things. The problem I was having is I was going through CB. They programmed in CB for this new update. All the CB, and there's a lot of noise that I'm constantly having to manually shift through. And I'm thinking, okay, here's the experiment. I'm gonna turn up the squelch from 2 to 3. Maybe that'll help me avoid all that static I'm hearing on different channels for the CB talk. Yeah, this is the one. Search a scan. And I turned up the squelch now for this. So maybe I can avoid a lot of that fuzziness. I think that's how squelch works. I'm buying gas with Walmart Pay, and I'm saving 3 cents. Never seen that. Alright, I'm in Jonesboro, Louisiana, in the parking lot of the library. And I ran my police scanner for about 15 minutes and it was completely silent. So I think that I'm gonna take a guess that I'm not gonna get bothered sleeping here tonight. Alright, this is one of the toughest electrical box locks I had to deal with. That's this wire that holds it. That's the third car. This cop stopped 2 cars driving into this parking lot and just briefly talked. It sounded maybe friendly. And then he stops over here too. The radio traffic is silent. He's definitely engaging with the public. They fly the blue line flag in Winfield. And it's been like 15 minutes. Boy, I can sometimes take minutes and minutes and minutes studying the Google Maps, trying to figure out where I want to park in relation to where Walmart is, where parks are, places I could park. And it took me a while to rationalize parking here. And then when I get here, I see that it's gated, but they keep the gate open. And I had to think, I had to ask the question, would they lock it tonight in the time I'm here? And the chances of that are pretty slim. But I had to look and look and look. I was looking for parks on the way to Walmart, because Walmart's about 2 miles from the library, and I forget the city I'm in again, but I studied that map, and I come across this tech school. I was looking at the high school. I'm like, oh, they got nice softball fields maybe, but generally not. Don't like the high school fields. They're usually not friendly to the public. But then I see that there's this tech school right next to the high school, right next to the Walmart right over there, and I'm like, it's a Friday night. There's not going to be any classes. So it took a while, but I finally decided on this, all from studying the Google Maps. Alright, it's like 8 a.m. and everything is still frozen around me. My camera, this camera battery went from like almost 100% to 69%. Ice sheet right here. Things got cold. Alright, so I'm finding some relief in my throat with my throat issues by eating white fresh mushrooms. I remember in the past they did cause like a moisture issue, like mushrooms seem to cause moisture issues, but I've been suffering a dry throat, possibly from the dried onions a lot, but I'm not going to stop dried onions. And then just gas, like I was having trouble when I overate like bananas and strawberries. I would get gas stuck in my stomach and it'd be very uncomfortable. But the mushrooms seem to provide a little relief from that. And they're not too bad either. There's something kind of cool about being able to listen to the radio and also police calls on the same device. Huh? What's up? Can I help you?
Yeah.
You got
Uh,
yeah, here.
Yeah, we got a report that someone matching your description was acting suspiciously.
Suspicious?
Yeah.
All right. What was the exact, like, suspicious nature of the... What was the exact complaint? Because, I mean, suspicious is pretty broad.
Just that's what the report we got, man.
And who called?
I'm not sure.
The librarians? Looked like I was watching you guys. So, like, I think you were talking to maybe a librarian.
Okay. What's your name, boss?
What's that have to do with anything?
Now get your hand out of it.
Oh, sorry. Just... That's, I don't know. How's that? So we got Favors, Favor.
23, yeah.
All right. And what's your name?
Officer Davis, badge number 143.
Davis? Okay. Yeah, I just came in, I mean, to use the library and all that, so, I mean, is it unusual that people use a library?
No.
I mean, we got Miller, 3 cops. All right. Well, nice to meet you all. Sorry you got called on me. I mean, what was the exact suspicion? I mean, what I did is I came in, I walked around, looked around, I'd never been here before.
Okay.
And then I decided on a spot.
You haven't answered my question. What is your name?
Well, what's the crime? That's what we have to establish here.
We have a report of a suspicious person matching you.
All right.
Meaning that we have a reason to talk to you.
All right, and how do you...
I'm asking you what your name is, and if you don't provide me with some sort of identification, that is resisting an officer.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
How are you going to go above my constitutional protections on this? Because there's no crime.
So that's how we're going to do this, okay? I'm Officer Milton, Natchez Police Department.
Officer, is that like a sergeant or is there any sergeant or lieutenant?
Hold on.
Well, there's no crime.
Okay. You got to call about a suspicious person.
All right.
You'll fit in that description, okay?
Yeah.
That's fine with me. You've been recorded too, but you'll fit in that description.
You guys never give me your recording, so I get my own.
Well, it's a public record, so you can get it in.
No, every time I've asked other cops, they never give me their videos.
You'll mention that identity.
Yeah, the green
sweater.
And there's no crime.
Okay.
Okay, let me set this down. All right, a little forceful there. All right, this is all the paperwork I got. It's only 4 pieces. When I got out of jail, there's no appearance date. So I need to go to the courthouse myself. I actually have to go to the courthouse myself and get that court date. The court date would be right here on the wet spot. My car is wet because it rained over the past few days. So that's that paper. Then I only have, they took $73 and then gave it back to me in a card form. And I have that card I won't show, but that's not a check form like Bethany. And then a receipt. I paid $210 out of the $1,500 bond. And of course the charge is resisting an officer. That's the only charge. $1,500 bond. This is my bail bondsman. And that's it. That's all my paperwork now so far.
Can we help you?
Okay. Oh. Well, I don't know. I just here for police records, but apparently they're closed, so.
Can we help you? What you need to help with, sir?
Well, did you hear what I said? Police records.
I didn't. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, you got the radio in your ear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's police records. So,
okay. What do you need somebody there?
Yeah, I need the police report.
Police report from
you guys. You're police, right? So apparently, did you hear that lady? You probably didn't because of the radio. That lady was yelling that they're in training right now. So they're closed.
Okay.
So I guess she pointed over here. I don't know.
They're closed. They won't be back open until tomorrow morning about 7:30.
Yeah. But as she pointed over here, I just wanted to, confirm with these guys about the if they do anything special to cover for the police records.
No, they
So-
wouldn't have access. It'd be just records.
Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, I need some police reports, and also, hey, what position are you guys anyway? You don't even have names? What are your names? What is your name?
My name is Billy Mazier.
Mazir? Okay.
Yeah, what's your name,
And then,
sir?
what's your name?
Me?
Yeah. Did you drive me?
I pick you. I pick you
Okay.
up. Watching
I didn't. Oh, Lee. You're Lee.
Yeah.
Okay, I know Lee. All right. Yeah. I just here for records, so I guess I'll have to come back tomorrow. If,
They open up at 7:30.
you can't even do anything at the police department. I need a complaint forms against Davis, and then Miller, and then that lady. I remember her name later, but yeah, I need some complaint forms. What's your position again? I know that you.
I'm a shift supervisor.
Oh, okay. Who gives out the complaint forms?
The lady who works the internal affairs, but I
Oh.
don't even know if she's here right now.
You don't think?
Check.
But she would be in this building.
She would be
Okay.
in this building.
I'll just check that today and then come back tomorrow. So, do you want to check, or should I go
I
in?
can check.
Okay, yeah, if you don't mind, I'll do that today.
Well, the people had called from anyway, so she had to call the police on.
Hey, Lee,
Me and Austin.
Mm-hmm.
who is your chief? What's the name of your police chief?
He's Collins, Nikhil Collins.
Collins? Okay,
Yeah.
just
Mhm.
thanks.
Okay, thank you over that. Mm-hmm. I know. I am.
Oh.
And there's probably, oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that they told us come on down here. Now the people, I don't really know what happened. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I gotta wait a month.
Yes, sir. Well, not quite a month
All right.
Okay.
until they get him straight.
Man.
Mama,
Mm-hmm.
you do me a favor? You write me a statement?
Okay.
Good. So, name, address, telephone number, right here, just put what happened and then sign it right there at the bottom, okay?
When I write my address on here, it's gonna go to the sheriff's department.
No, well,
It won't? Okay.
no. No.
Yeah. Just the police station, Bree. They wanna hear what happened. I'm calling that girl. Bye. Tell my and then what?
Well, maybe I'll just come back.
No, you're
Yeah.
here now. Go ahead and take care of your business now.
Well, I mean,
They gonna come talk to
I
you.
see, okay.
Yeah.
like, I don't know if they're...
Yeah. Okay, you did it now.
Okay, sir, she's in a meeting,
Oh, okay.
but she said you coming back in the morning to get the
Yeah,
report?
I'll
She'll
do that.
talk to you then.
Okay, okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you. All right, so it looks like it's a city versus me, and on the schedule it's 10 May. You look at their schedule for city court. This is not in the parish courthouse. It's in the city courthouse. I'm at 10th of May. I wonder if I could try to squeeze in a sooner, like February 15th. I asked the lady at the desk, look at that, it's only like once a month, she said. It shows us once a month. It's only once a month here. This is the city court. But I'm a few months away. And it's a city thing, but Bobby Lee is still the district attorney who will be prosecuting me on behalf of the city. There's a district prosecutor who prosecutes me on behalf of the city. Robert Owsley? I'm just gonna. So is that. Robert Owsley sits over the proceedings. Hey, excuse me, is there anybody else besides Robert Owsley who sits in on the proceedings for the criminal? Just
He's our judge.
So okay, that's your judge. Okay, thank you. All right. Robert Owsley. All right, I need to write that name down. But this is it. This is where I fight my case. 314 Rue. In three or 4 months. It's good parking here right now. Chairs circle the flagpole for some reason. Police station is over there, just across the street. I actually get free Wi-Fi here. Some internet, some Wi-Fi source that says yellow. This is interesting. Negados portable park in a trailer. I've never seen an attempt like this before. It'd be interesting to see what it's all about. Ready, set, go, Negatus. Guess. All right, I'm behind the Goodwill, and I really didn't intend to record anything, but seeing all this smashed stuff is interesting. Some people took the liberty to smash toilet seats, make a big mess behind the Goodwill. There's other stores. Smashed every single one. Why there were toilet seats behind here is another question, but why they smashed them too is also curious. And then there's houses, fence line, and then houses. And usually behind stores like this, it's not grassy, it's like paved usually. Usually it's a paved driving area, but it's all dirt or grass. Destructive behavior. Alright, so I got rid of my footstool here. I'm in Naga Dish at the Goodwill. I got room, a little bit more room in my car because of that. It's something I haven't used. I'm gonna miss it, but I need the room to be able to stretch out better in my car. Alright, I'm at the fish hatchery, which used to be a sacred ground. Sacred ground. Native American graves. So, alright, they built fish hatchery over Native American graveyard. Well, that's nice to know. There's a little sign that could maybe be easily missed. I can't. Alright. Grab a handful of catfish. Look at the size. That's a handful. Oh, that might be pregnant. One might be pregnant in there. And then we got Bessie. They leave this open for the public. I don't think many people come here though. Pretty neat. Alright, so I'm switching out this tire and putting it on the other side and bringing that one over here. I just have to use a spare to do that. And I found a good spot to do it because nobody is interested in the fish hatchery. So it's a nice quiet spot on Sunday. So all the court officers from the bottom to the top know their schedule at the courthouse, but they have nothing to provide for the public to see who's on the docket. This is scheduled a year out. That doesn't give names of who's on the docket for criminal trials and pre-trials, felony pleas, criminal jury trials. They just kind of threw out some dates for general, and then they will fill in names afterward. But they don't keep, they don't, and every courthouse probably has this type of schedule. I'm looking for a daily schedule. I'm looking for that, and they can't provide that to me. David Staley, he's the elected clerk official. He's the one, he's the clerk. He prepares and provides this information for the public, but it's very lacking. I don't quite understand why. Is it because of a lack of activity? They're overwhelmed? I mean, if you're going to be putting together these court dates and stuff, they need to be like followable. I had to ask him directly for just a generalized monthly schedule, or monthly or yearly, more like a yearly schedule. That's the best he could provide. Asking, they don't know who's in court. They don't record, these clerks don't record who's going to be in court for that day. They have nothing to provide for the public, and the public probably doesn't ask. I mean, that's why I'm not getting that information. They only have, like, I don't even know how do they arrange the information. It's very frustrating because I was forgotten in jail. They forgot me for a day. I stayed 4 days, and I should have only stayed 3 days because they forgot me. Why does that forgetting happen? Because they're not doing their administrative duties. They're failing in their administrative duties. So things need to change with that, so that the public can be more involved in the process rather than surprised by I don't know, the news or something. One, and I might have recorded it. One of the clerks said, well, it might be in the, she was talking on the phone, she wasn't telling me, but she's like, could it be in the paper? The schedule be in the newspaper? You should, if you're going to post anything to the newspaper, you should be posting it in the courthouse somewhere as well. And I looked at, there's a billboard next to the entryway of the clerk of courts. I didn't see a schedule there, but I was kind of hoping they directed me to that. So like maybe I missed it, but that's not the case. I think it's become pretty standard, but I mean, depending on how large the courthouse is, it's fairly standard to post the schedule for the day right at the front doors. At least that's a very professional way of doing it. But once again, this town, this city has fallen behind, fallen through the cracks. Is just not keeping up on basic administrative procedures. They've just skipped steps a lot to save in some way, money or time or whatever they're trying to do to save, to be able to try to save the process, to be able to preserve their process as much as they can with the least amount of work possible. They're working it this way, and I'm just getting a snapshot of what's going on right now. This cop is serving this man some food. Who is that cop?